Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air here, it's Young. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. McMillan hauls it in. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. Go. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. Jukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Play action now. Young. Bails out of the pocket quick. Complete out to the right. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Young on the play action. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second and 8. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Penix here from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt meets him at the 28. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Panthers football. New set of downs for him at the 38.
70 Lions. Bronco 80.
And they send a man in motion. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Check. Go.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Check that. Let's go now.
They go right back to ETN. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Come on. Set.
From the 46. That one's complete over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Smash.
ETN. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Panthers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Levis ready to send this one away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So even after 7 yards, still playing from behind, 3rd and 11.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Penix. Throw left side, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. He's getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. This, our last play of the quarter.
69, go!
To the air on 1st down, Young. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Our score, 14-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
On the set.
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Set. Go.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go. Set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
2 yards on the pickup.
Etienne again. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Young on 1st and 10. The throw is caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers take a 20-zip lead. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. Mevis ready to send this one away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19 right. Let's go now.
Here's Penix to throw. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Complete out to the right side. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 43. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. It's the Falcons. With it, 3rd and 2. Penix now to throw. Finds him over the middle. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Penix on 1st down. Pitts brings it in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Penix now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Penix. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. One last play before the break.
19, Tiger, 19. Come on, set.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Mevis ready to send this one away. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Ready, break. Let's go.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Putting the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, Young. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
19 tight. Here we go. Set. 79 Bronco.
They kick the running back in motion. Here we go, second and very long. ETN on the catch. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
On third down, it's Young. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
60 Bobcat.
Play action now, Young. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
ETN on third down. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Here's Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense up to the line fast. They go play action. Here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Penix here from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Third down, it's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. 4th down coming up. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN on the give. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Working quickly here. From the pistol, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Panther 60. Panthers.
Young on the play action. That's complete to Leggett. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Panthers have possession to start the 4th. This one looking pretty well decided already. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Set, go.
Young working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready. Hut.
Running it here with ETN. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play.
Go. Go.
Out of the gun, Young. That's caught for the 1st. Touchdown, Carolina. Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers continue piling on to this lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. Here's Agnew on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
19 Tiger.
Penix working from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Penix to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Let's go now.
Trying for it with Penix. Got a man, it's London. And they take him down right along the 30. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Young throwing here. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it's going to be second down.
Alert. Here we go. Go.
They'll try it left with Etienne. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over.
Okay, ready.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. Pitts brings it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Robinson on the inside give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
First and 10, or under Robinson. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, Shaq.
Another carry for Robinson. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Play action. Here's Penix. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Completed to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Completed here to Algier. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
3rd and just 2 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Robinson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And as we play in October,